And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Finally, this is the 1000th review that I've done. It's the last one I'll ever do. Well, at least for today. This is the review we'll be doing today, and then I'm taking a couple weeks off, but we'll be back with more reviews. You can stop cheering. We're good. Alright, let's get into the review. Today we're talking about Candyland. Not any kind of special edition of Candyland. This is just your old boring Candyland that you can get at a store.
It's not boring. It's really fun.
Okay.
It's not boring. Not
Okay,
boring.
let's be serious here. Candyland is one of the worst games ever.
No, it's not. No.
Okay. It's one of the worst games that's ever.
No.
Okay, it's really a bad game.
It's the best game.
All right, let's look at it. When we open the box of Candyland, we find a whole pile of cards and some Candyland people who are an icon in their own right. And the cards, you can see they're all beat up and used with stains of food on them. It's just a wonderful sight to behold. All right, but why do kids like Candyland? It's because of the board itself, and candy itself is a fantastic thing. In fact, you know, while we are doing this, guys, do you want some candy? Okay. Starboards, please send me a royalty check. All right. Anyway, here's the board for Candyland, and the game is very, very simple. You're going to take these cards and you're going to put them in a neater stack than I am, and shuffle them better than I am. And then on your turn, you turn over a card. It's orange. Your player then moves to the orange space. Hey, look, it's the Rainbow Trail. He gets to move up. Okay, next time, red. Now he gets to go to the red space. I feel the excitement of the game growing in leaps and bounds. If you roll a double red like this, he moves to red and then to red. If you roll this picture here, which shows the delicious peanut brittle, you get to move to the peanut brittle. Now, if it's behind you, too bad, you go back. If it's in front of you, you go forward. So here's a really cool thing. Let's say that on the very first turn I roll peanut brittle. I'm already farther than everyone else in the game until I'm almost ready to win. Then I roll to the plummy or plumpy, and I have to go all the way back there, which is kind of discouraging. Then there's also these gooey gumdrops, lollipop woods, and molasses swamp, and when you land on those spaces, you must lose a turn, and you have to stay there for one turn. The first person to get to King Candy, who looks a bit fruity, is the winner of the game, and then everyone cheers. Now, let's talk about some of the strategic options in this game. Okay, those are the strategic options in this game. You really don't have any. Your biggest choice when playing this game is whether to play it or not to play it. You can have some variants, I suppose, where you give the kids a bunch of cards, and then you pick one of the cards to play on your turn. So I have 4 cards. Am I going to play green, or am I going to play yellow? That's a much better way to play the game. And you know what? That's how I do play the game. But other than that, that's all I can say about Candyland. I really, really don't like it. So why, then, do I own it?
Because we like it.
Yes. I'm constantly talking about all the different games that I have. And I have a whole shelves over here on the side with children's games. Probably have 200-300 children's games. And of course I have the games I like behind me. And if you watch my daughter Melody's Top 100, you'll see that she's slowly transitioning out of what we would call kids games into more adult games. But why do I have Candyland if I have so many games that I consider better? And the fact is, for some reason, it appeals to kids on a certain level. And I know that many people who are gamers are not big fans of Candyland. In fact, I ranked it very lowly. I gave it a 1. And I have a problem with it because it gives a kid no choice. And I don't believe that life offers us no choices. However, we have to be careful that we're not ranking these things or talking about how great or how horrible games are based on my enjoyment alone. You know what? When they designed Candyland, they did not design it for me. They do not expect a 33-year-old father to buy the game, enjoy it with his buddies as they drink root beer and sing along together the ballad of Janet the Jelly Bean. But instead, it might happen, but instead they design it for kids. And you know what? It works. It's worked for years. And while it certainly isn't my best choice for my kids to play. It is one they enjoy a lot. And again, that's why we play games, because they're fun. And that's my review of Candyland. But since we're on the subject, shut the door. Since we're on the subject, let's continue on. I have a few things to let you guys know before we're done today.
First of all, no one ever needs to shut the door. I don't eat these.
Really? You don't eat game pieces? What do you eat?
Don't
Yes. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what the kids eat. And finally, where do I get all the time to do all these reviews? I don't know. I have the same amount of time you all do. Figure it out. It's not like I have some kind of time machine. I don't watch as much TV, maybe. Maybe I don't know. Just, we have the time to do it, and we do it together. Thank you for reading and watching the past 1,000 reviews. We don't plan to stop. We're going to keep giving you more reviews. We will take a couple weeks break here, but we will be back. Until then, I'm Tom Vasel.
I'm Melanie. And I'm Mammy, who is the jelly bean girl.
See you next time.
Bye,
Okay, good enough. Thanks.
Let's put this away.
Thanks for joining us today. For more written, audio, and video reviews, as well as the #1 board game podcast, check out the website at www.thedicetower.com. Until then, this is Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.